This is one of the craziest theories I've heard about White Lotus for season 3.
Ooh, tell me
About
now.
who the killer could be.
Oh,
I don't agree with it, but this is the one that's making the rounds online.
okay.
People are saying that the monkeys are the killers.
I've heard this.
What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, I don't think they're the killers. I think if anything, a monkey got a hold of a gun and just started shooting, and maybe it doesn't actually kill anyone. Maybe it just kind of, gets people all jumbled and scared and running. But I don't think the monkeys are the killers. I feel like that would just be like, I don't know, like it would be a letdown.
Yeah.
We want an actual murderer here.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I'm the same. Like, as someone who has spent time in that part of the world, monkeys are very prevalent there, and they do steal your stuff, and they're very smart too. So it's not that like they couldn't actually pick up a gun and fire it. They could. But I think it would just be like a very lazy way to create a killer.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the monkeys. But I do think it's weird that this is the theory that has the most legs online.
Yeah, I feel like that started after the first episode. People were just like, why is there so much focus on monkeys? I think the monkeys just symbolize like the how primal like humans can be. Like that's why you see the Ratliff family and the one son, Patrick Schwarzenegger, he's like banging stuff in the kitchen, getting his smoothie ready. Like, in this recent episode when they go to the snake museum, there's like these people just like mindlessly eating food, like watching, spectating. So I think that's kind of where the monkeys kind of slide in. I'm gonna stick to my theory that the floating body is the dad. I can't remember his name. Lucius Malfoy's character. I'm sorry, Harry Potter fan over here. Especially after we now see him getting hooked on his wife's pills. And it's just kind of, he's spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. Like, I think he is the one to go down. He kind of has that sinister nature about him. I could see that happening. And maybe this tsunami dream that Parker Posey is kind of dreaming up, one is obviously about the embezzlement case, but things could really change. They could be leaving Thailand without a member of their family. One of them maybe could potentially go.
So the other theory is that the floating body is going to be the youngest son.
Oh, Lachlan.
Yeah, so because if you go through the opening credits of everything's a clue, right?
Yeah.
Everything's a clue on the White Lotus. If you go through the opening credits, when they put the actor's name, one of the images is of a floating body.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a theory that it could be Lachlan. And also there was a moment when, someone was asking him about his family. I think it was like during the posture scene.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, my family has a lot of big personalities." So like he quite literally gets swallowed up by these personalities, and he's the one showing all of the tsunami videos. Oh. So this could just be another theory that it could be Lachlan is the one that shall perish.
That would be sad, even though he's a little creepy.
Yeah.
But that would be sad. I wouldn't like to see a young one go.
Well, there's another theory that the daughter is not actually there for her thesis, and she got her family there under other pretenses because, again, this is a theory, that her brother Saxon like abused her at some point, like sexually, so she's getting the whole family there to like let all of everything kind of come out in the wash.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know, that's like a loose theory too.
I mean, it was strange when she finally shows up to the Buddhist school and they're like, he can't see you. Like, that was a little odd. Her storyline, I'm kind of like, okay, something better happened with her, because I feel like she's one of the only characters where not much has happened.
Right.
What'd you think of the episode overall? Was it still slow for you, or did you feel like it picked up?
It was definitely still slow, because I'm comparing it to last season, right?
Yeah.
Last season, every episode was just so engaging and so exciting, and so much happened. I did prefer that cast. I prefer that storyline. However, right now, he's stacking the pieces together. So we did get a lot of information. We got information that, I mean, Natasha straight up went up to Greg and was like, I know you from. You were with Tanya. And he's like, no.
Your name's Greg, not Gary.
Yeah. And he was like, and then there was a scene where she goes back to the room and she's hearing that noise, like, what's going on? So you better not take Natasha from us. So I hope that she's okay. But I do think that she's the one that's going to be piecing the puzzle together, because we saw in the clip for next week that she pulled up that
Yeah.
the article, and it showed like the dead body, and it showed his picture. So she's on to him. And then we also saw
We see the progression of Rick's character wanting to go to Bangkok, and he has this freak out moment in the Snake Museum, which I actually loved. Like, I thought that scene was so good. I was like low key like on his side. I was like, yeah, release the snakes. I don't know. I feel like he is, I mean, apparently now he's the internet's boyfriend. You know, everyone is like, who is Walter Goggins? I mean, I even saw an interview with him. I was like, is he kind of fine? Like, what?
He's kind of hot.
He's got something
Shave
about
your hair,
him.
but just let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
You could be sexy and bald. We're into it.
We love it. We love it. But I think his arc is going to be really exciting. And he was kind of talking in a few interviews saying that he thinks that we're going to get the satisfaction from the chaos that is going to come from him. So that will be like really exciting. And we'll see what happens in Bangkok with him.
So I think that, I could be wrong, Shri Tala?
Yeah. Shri Tala.
Shri Tala.
That's hilarious.
I think Shri Tala's husband killed Rick's dad, and that's what's driving Rick to hunt this man down and maybe get justice. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's what I think. I think he either killed his father or was involved in killing his father.
Right.
And I think that it seems like next episode they will be in Bangkok. So hopefully it will kind of pick up a little bit. I think some of the slowness though, like I kind of like the slow burn, but did you notice a lot of this was like very trippy? Like there's like, you know, prisms from the water and like the wave then goes into the clouds.
Right.
And something that I learned was when they were scouting locations for the third season, they begrudgingly went to Thailand, but they went because HBO was kind of like, okay, go. I guess Mike White got super sick there, and whatever medication he was taking, it actually made him hallucinate. And that's when he thought of the plot line for this season. So I think the slow trippiness, like kind of witchy feel of it all is like a direct result, or it is a direct result that the producer was talking about it. So it's kind of cool. Like I'm here for that.
Also, did you notice Chloe's accent leave when she started talking to Saxon?
No.
Because she's had an accent this entire time, and when Saxon came over, was like, oh, can I sit here? She was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, I did not pick up on that.
Yeah, I was like,
huh. Maybe they're working together.
There's
something odd.
Yeah, there's something odd. Also, there was a comment that was made when Bunny Teeth got bit by the snake, and then she was like, "Oh my God, this is the second time you've almost died."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. I think there's definitely something odd with her and Gary. What'd you think then about like her retelling about Tanya's death? She's like, yeah, she killed herself and they only found her leg.
I was pissed.
I was like, like what's going on?
That's not what happened.
What's going on? Then a slight part of me was like, wait, did we see a floating body of Tanya?
We did see Tanya's whole body in season 2, but I did think it was interesting that she was such a major plot point in this episode, and I do think that we're going to see justice obviously surrounding that storyline. And I do wonder if maybe because Mike White knows how much we love Tanya, if he might bring her back in this season as a potential flashback episode.
Oh, I mean, we would love that. Like, fans would love that.
Yeah.
I think that she's definitely a character that we miss, and any mention of Tanya we're like grabbing at. So that would be cool. I wonder what the story would be there. Like,
well, that's another thing, is this yacht, right? So, you know, they're talking about this yacht a lot, that they're going to take everyone on. The gays have the yacht.
Yes, I think it might be the same one.
Is this the same yacht as the gays?
I think so. The gays!
The gays are trying to murder me.